than likely, for if you use this word, we'll probably attach a $500 coupon to our $500 scholarship to join in the university. So only people that have possession of this book can redeem the coupon. All right. Now, the big thing is, what is validation, right? The action of checking or providing the validity or accuracy of something. Basically, validation is really assessing an action, really. So the definition of validation and what is required under the law 12 CFR 1006.34C are what debt collectors must provide and disclose. This word, they must provide something and they must disclose something to a consumer when the consumer disputes an alleged debt. They must provide you everything listed in the 5 sections and subsections. So even though it's 5 sections, it's broken down into multiple things. So verification. Verification, the process of establishing the truth. So up here for validation, we're assessing an action, and in verification, we're establishing the truth. Is the action that we assess, is it true or not? This is how these two words go together. That's why you'll see verified or validated. So one is assessing an action. The second one is saying, are we establishing the truth? All right. So verification per Son 12 CFR 1006.34 is the process by which a consumer requires or requests more documentation, like the original creditor's name, address, email, phone number, to provide evidence to substantiate their alleged claim, right? So this is the section we're going to go to. Notice for validation of debt. This is the section. This is 12 CFR section 1006.34. That's where we're going to go in a minute. So type into Google so you guys can open up a browser so you can keep it, as well as I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go 12 CFR section 1006.34. It's going to bring you to notice for validation of debt. When you go there, what does it actually mean when you send in a notice for validation of debt? What is required? So I have stuff here that I picked out for the workbook. I'm not going to go through the workbook in detail, but you'll be able to see the stuff. This is stuff for you, right? This workbook is yours. Learn it. So when a debt collector sends you bullshit in the mail, guess what? No. I went to Darain's class and I know the truth. So we ain't going to be playing these games in these streets. All right, we're not. It's going to go through a lot of stuff. But what I want to skip to real quick is the questions, right? So the questions. I want you to keep these words in the back of your mind. So as we go through the section, you will start putting this puzzle together. Duplicative dispute, validation period, prohibition, safe harbor, request for original creditor information, special rule if the current creditor and the original creditor are the same, failure to dispute, response to disputes. When a debt collector communicates with you regarding an alleged debt, what is the first thing you should do? What must a debt collector provide the consumer in the initial communication? What must be provided to the consumer by the debt collector within 5 days of that initial communication? What is validation notice? How long is the validation period? What is included in the validation information? What is the debt collector's communication disclosure? These are all new words that were not in the old, that's not in the old law, right? What information about the debt is required? What information is needed when the consumer requests the original creditor's information? Why does the validation information need to be clear and conspicuous? Explain the safe harbor. Where can you find model form B1? The next question should have been, what is model form B1? I forgot to put that in there. You guys can add that at the end. Where you see, where can you find model form B1? I also want you to write beside it. See, I just doubled up on that. Where you have, where can you find the model form B1? I want y'all to write, what is the model form B1? So please write that down for me. What is the model form B1? Please write that down. Where on the validation notice can the disclosures be found? I'm not even done yet. Do you comprehend why before they weren't doing proper validation when they sent you a bill or a statement? All of this stuff, did you guys get all of this stuff? Let me put the chat up because I need to see what you guys are saying.
Never.
Did you get these stuff when these debt collectors are sending you back verified and validated?
No.
That's what I'm saying. So they're in these streets committing so much violation. And guess what? Let me see. There's only 88 of y'all on here. Imagine the amount of people that don't know this information and how they're being taken advantage of. This is why I cannot do this by myself. I need all of you to be advocates, sharing this information. So what is the debt collector communication disclosure? They're supposed to give you a communication disclosure. What information on the debt must be given? There's certain information that must be given. Now, information about consumer protection. So this part is long, so I just put the part that you need to go read it. Consumer response information. What are the dispute prompts? What words prompt disputes? Original creditor information prompt list them, right? The new law says if you are bilingual and you speak Spanish and you request the dispute in Spanish, they're supposed to give you the Spanish disclosure, and your dispute must be in what? Spanish. This was not in the old law. So for my people, my Latinas, for everybody that speaks Spanish, that's having a hard time with disputes, you can now request to have the disputes done in Spanish. Shout out to you. All right. Oh, this handsome guy again. Well, hello there. Oh, okay. My guy, what does he say? Drop your questions. All right, drop your questions. Handsome guy right there. So these questions, I collected all of these questions on the live. So I was on live and Leah was on the live with me. I collected all of these questions, and these questions go from what do you do when a collection was reinserted? What should I do if the CRA send me a copy of a medical bill? Like, we're going to go through a lot of stuff. I answered half of these questions, but I also need you guys to answer them too, because it's a workbook. If I give you guys all the answer, it's not a workbook anymore. It becomes an answer book, and you won't learn anything. All right. So I'm telling you, this, hello, handsome guy again. Golly. All right. So the answers to all your questions, to some of the questions now are here. Some of them I answered, some of them I pointed the law for you to go to, because some of the answers are long, right? But the key point is I need y'all to be answering these. Like I told y'all, it's a lot of questions, but when you guys finish this workbook, there is not a collections company that can handle you. Right? So we go through, join us today, the Consumer Law Secrets University. Here we're giving you, if you click on here, this is a hyperlink. It has a link for you to join the university. I'll have the team put a $500 scholarship in here. Because you guys showed up and you guys are in the room, I am willing to meet you halfway and give you when I say halfway, not half of the price, I'm willing to invest in you too, to make sure that you get it. So now we're going to jump into the law itself. So if that was of some value, guys, this is the workbook. It took me 24 hours to make. It was not an easy make, but you know what? I got it done. I promised y'all that I would have it for you before the class. As promised, it's delivered. It is yours. Please study. You will only get out of this what you put in. Can everybody still see my screen? If you can, let me see some fire in the chat. Right now, I'm at section 1006.34. If you can see my screen, please drop some fire in the chat. When you finish with this workbook, you will be a certified debt collection killer. You will be able to share that name with Edwin. You will, I should have put that in there. Certified, if you finish this workbook, you are a certified debt collection killer. I should have put that in the workbook. So if you guys like the workbook, please let me know. So before we go in, based on what we go over so far, I hope this workbook met you guys' expectation. It's probably more, just, give me some feedback, and then we're going to go straight into this. How do you guys like the workbook? Is it good? Is it no good? Let me see it in the chat, please. Is it good? Do you guys like it? Did Doreen waste 24 hours? Like, yes, no? Love the content, like it. Okay, cool. Great. All right, I see fire, no complaints. This will be the best workbook ever, because I don't think there's any workbook right now on the market for debt collection, especially a notice for validation. I haven't seen a notice for validation workbook on the market. So if any of y'all see one, let me know. Oh, you have one, Leah?
No, I just see you training debt collectors on what they need to do. I see that happening for you.
I'll probably make a new business training debt collectors. So I'm going to be training the credit repair business owners how to get them, and then I'm going to teach them how to protect themselves from the credit repair business owners. Exactly. Let's go.
Exactly. We need to fill that red bag that's in the picture here. Yes.
All right, guys. So greatly needed. Thank you. Guys, thank you. This really means a lot. It really means a lot that you guys appreciate. I'm telling you guys, it took me a lot of time to put it together. All right, cool. There's not a lot of people that I know that can write a book in a day. All right. So, I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back real quick. Don't judge me right now. Let me just bask in this moment because you guys love it. All right. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we are at what we are here for. Notice for validation of debts. I'm going to say this again. Notice for validation of debt. Why is this so important? You are about to learn how not to be scammed by debt collection companies. So the new rule is extensively long. We're not going over everything in the new rule. The section in the new rule that we're going over is section 1006.1.